In 2008, the entire American economy collapsed. Banks failed. Companies shut down overnight. Millions of people lost their jobs, their homes, their savings. It was the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. But here's what nobody talks about. While millions of Americans were going broke, certain businesses were quietly getting richer. Not a little richer, significantly richer. And in 2026, with recession fears at an all-time high, inflation still biting, and layoffs hitting every industry, the same thing is about to happen again. The question is, which side are you going to be on? Today I'm revealing 20 businesses that have never failed, not in recessions, not in pandemics, not in depressions, and exactly why they keep making money no matter what happens to the economy. Stay till the end, because number 20 is the one most people completely overlook, and it could be the most profitable opportunity of 2026. Let's go. Welcome to Dollar Decoded, where we break down money, business, and wealth in plain English so every American can build a better financial future. Before we dive in, let me give you one important context. According to JP Morgan research, the probability of a U.S. recession by end of 2025 was sitting at 40%. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics confirms that around 1 in 2 businesses fail within their first 5 years. Those are scary numbers, but they don't apply equally to every industry. Some businesses are built differently. They're built on needs that never go away. And today, you're going to know exactly which ones they are. Let's count them down. Business 1, healthcare services. This should surprise nobody, but the data behind it will. Over 90% of Americans have health insurance. Medical needs don't pause for recessions. People still get sick. People still need surgery. People still need medication. Healthcare is projected to be one of the fastest growing U.S. industries from now through 2033. And here's the thing about healthcare during a recession. Demand actually increases. Because stress goes up, mental health issues rise. People delay checkups during good times and then flood the system when things get bad. If you're thinking about a business that will never run out of customers, healthcare is number 1 on the list for a reason. Think about it this simply. One home health aide visits just 3 patients a day. Each visit, around $80 to $120. That's $240 to $360 per day. 5 days a week. That's $1,200 to $1,800 per week. Just from visiting 3 people a day. Business number 2, auto repair. Think about this. When the economy gets bad, what's the first thing people stop doing? Buying new cars. And what happens when you keep driving your old car longer? It breaks down more. It needs more maintenance. It needs more repairs. This is why auto repair is one of the most dependable recession-proof industries in America. People still need transportation for work, doctor visits, groceries. A working car is non-negotiable for most Americans. Economic downturn actually increases demand for auto repair because people fix their cars instead of replacing them. Here's how simple the math is. 1 oil change takes 20 minutes. Charge $50. Do 6 oil changes a day. That's $300. Just from oil changes alone. Not counting bigger repairs, brake jobs, tire changes, engine work, which can run $300 to $1,500 each. A single mechanic with their own shop easily clears $80,000 to $120,000 per year. Business number 3, cleaning services. Here's a stat that blew my mind. Cleaning and home service businesses saw growth ranging from 60 to more than 300% in 2026 alone, depending on the subcategory. Think about it. Hospitals need to be cleaned. Office buildings need to be cleaned. Grocery stores need to be cleaned. Schools need to be cleaned. These aren't optional expenses. They're legal requirements. And residential cleaning? When people are stressed about money, their home becomes their sanctuary. They still pay to keep it clean. Low startup costs. Consistent demand. Scalable operations. Cleaning is one of the most resilient small businesses in America. And the math is embarrassingly simple. You clean 1 window, $20. You clean 10 windows in a house, $200. You do 2 houses a day, $400. You work 5 days a week, $2,000. That is $8,000 a month. From cleaning windows. No degree, no office, no expensive equipment. Just a squeegee and a bucket. Business number 4, fast food and affordable food. Nobody stops eating during a recession. They just stop eating expensive food. When the economy tightens, people trade down. They stop going to $80 dinner restaurants and start going to $8 fast food. They stop ordering DoorDash every night and start cooking or buying cheaper prepared food. This is why McDonald's, Taco Bell, and similar chains have consistently grown during every American recession on record. Affordable food is not recession-proof. It is recession-boosted. Real numbers? A small food truck selling $8 meals serves just 50 customers a day. 50 customers times $8 is $400 per day. 5 days a week, $2,000. Per month, $8,000. And that's a slow food truck. Busy ones serve 150 to 200 customers a day. Business number 5, accounting and bookkeeping. When does a business need an accountant the most? When times are tough. During economic downturns, small businesses desperately need help with taxes, budgets, cutting costs, and managing debt. The demand for financial planning services skyrockets exactly when the economy gets bad. And here's the beautiful part. You can run an accounting or bookkeeping business entirely online. Low overhead, high demand, clients who come back every single month. Accounting is recession-proof because money problems require money expertise, and those problems multiply in a recession. The math? You do bookkeeping for just 5 small businesses. Charge each one $500 per month. That is $2,500 per month. Every month, without finding a single new client. Get to 20 clients? That is $10,000 per month, working from your kitchen table. Number 6, home repair and plumbing. Burst pipes don't care about the economy. A gas leak doesn't care that you're in a recession. A broken furnace in January doesn't care about inflation. Essential home repairs create what's called urgent demand, meaning people have to spend the money immediately. They can't delay. They can't shop around for weeks. This creates a steady, reliable cash flow for service providers, and customers consistently pay premium rates because the urgency leaves them no choice. Simple example. One emergency plumbing call on a weekend? $300 to $500 minimum, just to show up. Fix the actual problem? Another $200 to $800 on top. One call, $500 to $1,300. In a few hours. Do just 2 emergency calls a week. That's $1,000 to $2,600 extra. Every single week. Business number 7, IT and tech support. Here's a reality of modern business. If your technology stops working, your business stops working. Companies can't afford downtime. They can't afford data breaches. They can't afford broken systems. Even during the worst economic downturns, businesses don't cut their IT support. Because cutting IT is like cutting oxygen. You just can't do it. And with every passing year, more and more of our lives and businesses depend on technology, which means demand for IT services only grows, never shrinks. The math is simple. Charge a small business $300 per month for basic IT support. Get just 10 local business clients. That's $3,000 per month. 20 clients? $6,000 per month. Recurring. Every single month. Whether anything breaks or not. Business number 8, self-storage. This one surprises most people. But the logic is brilliant. When the economy is good, people buy more stuff. They need storage for all their stuff. When the economy is bad, people downsize their homes. They move into smaller apartments. And they need storage for all the stuff that doesn't fit anymore. Self-storage wins in both directions. Good economy, people store excess. Bad economy, people store downsized belongings. That's why self-storage facilities have maintained consistent occupancy rates through every economic cycle in American history. The numbers? One storage unit rents for $80 to $150 per month. You own a small facility with just 50 units, fully occupied at $100 average. That is $5,000 per month, just from 50 units. And you don't even have to be there. People come, swipe their card, and access their unit. Almost zero day-to-day work. Business number 9, pet industry. I want you to remember this number. During the 2008 Great Recession, the pet industry grew 5.1% in sales. While the entire American economy was collapsing, people were still buying pet food, vet visits, grooming, toys, and accessories for their animals. Why? Because people form emotional bonds with their pets. Cutting the pet budget feels like abandoning a family member. In 2026, Americans spend over $150 billion per year on their pets. That number has grown every single year for 3 decades straight. The pet industry has never had a down year. Not once. Want a simple entry point? Dog grooming. Charge $50 per dog. Groom 6 dogs a day. That is $300 per day. $1,500 per week. $6,000 per month. From washing and trimming dogs. At home. With a grooming table and some clippers. Business number 10, insurance services. Insurance is legally required in many cases: car insurance, health insurance, business liability. And even where it isn't legally required, people double down on insurance during uncertain times. Because when the economy is scary, people protect what they have even more carefully. Insurance companies don't just survive recessions. They often grow during them. Because fear drives people toward protection. Here's the beautiful part about insurance income. You sell someone a car insurance policy. You earn a commission, maybe $200 to $400. But here's the real money. Every year that person renews, you get paid again. Without doing anything. Sell 100 policies in your first year. Next year, most of them renew automatically. That is passive income that arrives every single month. Business number 11, online freelancing. When companies go through recessions, one of the first things they do is cut full-time employees. One of the second things they do? Hire freelancers for the same work, at lower total cost, with no benefits, no long-term commitment. This means recessions actually create demand for freelancers. Writers, designers, developers, virtual assistants, digital marketers. The freelance market grows every single time the economy gets tight. Low startup cost. Work from anywhere. Unlimited earning potential. Simple math. You write 1 blog post for a company. Charge $150. Write 2 posts a day. That's $300. 5 days a week. $1,500. Per month, $6,000. From writing. At home. In your pajamas. With 0 startup cost. Business number 12, property management. People always need a place to live. Always. When the housing market crashes and people can't afford to buy homes, they rent instead. This drives rental demand through the roof. Property managers earn consistent fees for managing rental properties, and their business grows exactly when the economy shrinks, because more people become renters. The numbers? You manage 10 rental properties. Average rent is $1,500 per month. You charge a 10% management fee. That is $150 per property per month. Times 10 properties, $1,500 per month. Manage 30 properties? For $1,500 per month. Every month. Without owning a single property. Business number 13, security services. Here's something uncomfortable but true. Crime rates tend to rise during economic downturns. This drives demand for security services through the roof. Businesses want security guards. Homeowners want alarm systems. Schools and hospitals upgrade their security. Security services are one of those rare businesses that benefit directly from economic stress, because when people are scared, they spend on protection. Simple income example. You place 1 security guard at a business. Charge the client $25 per hour. Pay your guard $15 per hour. You pocket $10 per hour difference. 10 guards working 8-hour shifts. That's $800 per day profit. Just from the margin. $800 per day. $24,000 per month. From people you hired doing the actual work. Business number 14. Senior care and elder care. This one isn't just recession-proof. It's future-proof. The U.S. population is aging. Baby boomers are hitting retirement age at a rate of 10,000 people per day. The over 65 demographic is growing faster than any other age group in America. These people need care. They need assistance. They need companionship and medical support. Senior care demand is going to grow every single year for the next 20 years, regardless of what the economy does. This is one of the safest long-term business opportunities in America. The income math. 1 caregiver visits a senior for 4 hours. You charge the family $25 per hour. That's $100 per visit. Your caregiver handles 2 seniors a day, $200 per day per caregiver. You have just 3 caregivers working. That's $600 per day. $3,000 per week. $12,000 per month. And you are just managing the schedule from home. Business number 15, funeral services. This is the most uncomfortable one on the list. but it might be the most recession-proof. Death has no recession. Regardless of economic conditions, the need for funeral services remains absolutely constant. There is no substitute. There is no delay. There is no alternative. The U.S. funeral industry generates over $20 billion annually, and that number grows every year as the population ages. The numbers are stark. The average funeral in America costs $7,000 to $12,000. A funeral home handling just 3 services per week, at $8,000 average, generates $24,000 per week in revenue. That is over $1 million per year, from a business that has 0 slow seasons. Business number 16, delivery and logistics. E-commerce doesn't stop during a recession. It accelerates because people shop online more when they're trying to save money and find better deals. Every package that gets ordered needs to be delivered. Every restaurant order on DoorDash needs to be picked up and dropped off. Delivery and logistics is one of the fastest growing industries in America, and economic downturns only push more people toward online shopping, creating even more demand. Simple starting point: sign up as an Amazon Flex or DoorDash driver. Deliver for just 5 hours a day. Earn $18 to $25 per hour. That is $90 to $125 per day. $450 to $625 per week. Just from driving. Own a small delivery business with 3 drivers? That triples to $1,350 to $1,875 per week. Business number 17. Education and tutoring. Here's a counterintuitive truth about recessions. When people lose their jobs, they go back to school. When people feel financially insecure, they invest in skills. When the economy gets tough, demand for education goes up. Online tutoring, skills courses, and professional certifications are among the fastest growing service businesses during economic downturns. And with platforms like Zoom and online course tools, you can run a tutoring or education business from your living room with 0 startup costs. Real example: you tutor 1 student in math via Zoom. Charge $40 per hour. Do 2 sessions per day. That is $80 per day. For $100 per week. $1,600 per month. From just 2 hours of tutoring per day. Get 10 students? $16,000 per month. All from your living room. All on Zoom. Business number 18, mental health services. Recessions are stressful. Layoffs are traumatic. Financial stress destroys relationships and mental well-being. This is why demand for mental health services spikes during economic downturns. Therapists, counselors, life coaches, and stress management professionals see their client lists grow, not shrink, when the economy gets bad. And post-pandemic, mental health has permanently become a mainstream priority for Americans. This demand is not going away. The income. An online life coach charges $150 per session. Sees for clients per day. That is $600 per day. $3,000 per week. $12,000 per month. All on Zoom. No office. No commute. Just you, your knowledge, and a camera. Business number 19, pharmacy and drugstore. People always need their medication. Full stop. Insulin. Blood pressure medication. Antidepressants. Allergy medicine. Pain relief. These are not optional expenses. They are non-negotiable needs that people will prioritize over almost everything else. Pharmacy is one of the most stable, recession-proof business sectors in American history because health is the one thing people will always spend money on. The numbers? An independent pharmacy filling just 100 prescriptions per day at an average profit of $10 per prescription earns $1,000 per day, $1,000 per day, $30,000 per month, $360,000 per year from a single small pharmacy, filling 100 prescriptions. Every one. And finally, number 20, the one most people overlook, digital marketing services. Here's the business logic that most people get backwards. During a recession, businesses don't stop marketing. They increase marketing. Because when the economy shrinks, competition for customers gets more intense, not less. Every business that wants to survive a recession needs to find customers. And in 2026, finding customers means digital marketing, SEO, social media, email marketing, paid ads. Digital marketing agencies that help businesses survive and grow during tough times are in higher demand during recessions than during good times. And here's the beautiful part. You can start a digital marketing agency with nothing but a laptop and an internet connection. The startup cost is essentially zero. This is why digital marketing made this list at number 20. Not because it's the weakest, but because it's the most accessible opportunity on this entire list for someone starting from scratch today. And the math to start? You manage social media for just one local business. Charge $500 per month. Get 5 clients. That's $2,500 per month. Get 10 clients. $5,000 per month. 20 clients. $10,000 per month. From your phone, from your laptop, from anywhere in the world. Zero startup cost. Zero office needed. Just skills you can learn for free on YouTube. So there you have it. 20 businesses that have never failed. Not in recessions, not in pandemics, not in depressions. Let me give you the complete list one more time. Healthcare, auto repair, cleaning services, fast food, accounting, home repair, IT support, self-storage, pet industry, insurance, freelancing, property management, security, senior care, funeral services, delivery, education, mental health, pharmacy, and digital marketing. Now here's the question I want you to sit with. You just watched this video. You now know something that most people don't. You know exactly which businesses survive every economic storm. So what are you going to do with that information? Are you going to close this video and scroll to the next thing? Or are you going to take one small step today toward building something that can never be taken from you by a bad economy? The information is free. The decision is yours. If this video helped you, please hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this information. Subscribe to Dollar Decoded. Every single week, I bring you real money, business, and wealth strategies that work for everyday Americans. And drop a comment below. Which of these 20 businesses surprised you the most? And which one would you start? I personally reply to every single comment. See you in the next one.